Well, thank you for joining us for this 48 Fastcast. I'm Margot Gray, and we're going to start with breaking news happening in South Huntsville in a very busy shopping area. I want to take you live to this. If you can hear me, multiple crews are on the scene of an accident outside the Target in Jones Valley. This is a live look out there for you. Witnesses told 48 News that this happened at the intersection of the Ledges and Carl T. Jones, where a dump truck hit a car, and then the driver apparently lost control or even lost its brakes and then slammed right into the front of the Target store. All right, we just lost that shot, but another angle shows that the front awning of that Target is crumbled. So Don Webster crews were trying to help one person who was entrapped. Now here's what we don't know: if that person who's entrapped is in the car or the dump truck. I will say this: you just saw that live shot. That parking lot at any time of the day is crowded outside that Target. So a witness told me that that dump truck, somehow that driver managed to miss every other car in that parking lot and slam into the front of the Target. Now, our reporter is on the scene there and we'll have much more information for you. But all we know when it comes to injuries, that one person was entrapped in their car, injured. We don't know if that person is the driver of the dump truck or the car that was hit in the intersection. This is a busy time. It's Target, right? So any time of that day, it could have been a situation where parents are trying to do some last minute school shopping. They're there. So we're trying to get information on if there are injuries inside the store or outside the store as well. But we're working on it and we'll have that for you as soon as it comes in. Now, for the third day in a row, it has been a first alert weather day here in North Alabama due to high temperatures throughout the day. So let's turn things over to First Alert meteorologist Jeff Denoyer as these temperatures just ramp up this Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, it just keeps on coming, Margot. You know, one day after another. I mean, I guess like if you want to like look really closely at what we have going on outside, is 92 and 93 is not quite as hot as 95 and 96, but it's still hot and humid out there. And the temperature's taking off this morning, and certainly still very humid, keeping those feel like temperatures over 100 degrees and as high as 107 in Florence right now. Much like the last 2 days, we have a chance for some storms in the afternoon. Now, I do think today is a little higher chance than we had on Monday and Tuesday, and we have had some showers in Madison. We have a downpour just to the north of Decatur right now in the Tanner area, and we'll continue to track the radar this afternoon for a few pop-up showers and storms. Activity should come to an end by about 7 p.m. And even though today was a hot and humid one and tomorrow will probably be a bit steamy as well, the trend is to cool things off for Friday and eventually into the weekend. That also means more opportunities for rain for you as well, and I'll time it all out for you coming up in your full weather forecast.
All right, well, we now know the date of when a man accused of shooting a Scottsboro police officer will appear in court. Daniel McCarran is set to appear before a judge on August 20th. McCarran is facing an attempted murder charge after authorities say he shot Lieutenant Derek Porch in the hand on Saturday morning. Following the shooting, a day-long manhunt for McCarran ensued, eventually leading to his arrest Saturday night. This all started with a domestic violence call. He remains in the Jackson County Jail on a $10 million bond. Meantime, a Madison County man is behind bars this afternoon after he allegedly pretended to work for pest control and gain entrance to a home and sexually abused a child. So this happened on Tuesday. Deputies responded to a home in Hazel Green following a report of sexual assault involving a child. This man on your screen revealed that Randy Almazar came to the home pretending to sell pest control services. Almanzar entered the home and then sexually assaulted the victim before leaving. He was promptly arrested and charged with sexual abuse. Our WAFF 48 reporter Callie Neese is working this story for you, and she'll have much more. She's digging deeper into it coming up during our 4 o'clock newscast. And the next time you're at the grocery store, you might see a rise in beef prices. Find out why after this quick break. All right, welcome back. Leaders with the Alabama Cattlemen's Association are warning shoppers that the recent rise in meat prices are likely sticking around. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says the average price of beef right now is over $6 per pound, with beef prices up 9% since the start of the year. For reference, a pound of beef cost you about $5.30 this time a year ago. And this is because there are fewer cattle to go around and a rise of demand in beef products. But the Alabama Cattlemen's Association says there's more to it.
Couple that with inflationary factors that have to do with our input costs that we have to have on the farm to raise these animals. And then again, very strong beef demand from our consumers, which we're happy about. But you put all of those together and those factors equal that we're probably going to see an increase in prices.
By the way, suppliers are also importing beef from other countries, which could also impact the cost of meat.
Today is a 48 First Alert Weather Day. Sponsored by Mr. Reuter Plumbing for all your emergency plumbing services.
48 First Alert Weather Day for another hot and humid one. Not quite as stifling as it was Monday and Tuesday, but still can feel it. Try to get a storm today, maybe get some rain, right? That would cool things off. So in Decatur, I turned the camera north and look at the rain shafts. You can see them just to the north, and I'll show you the radar to confirm that it actually is raining. There's a little downpours, a little thunderstorm developing right along I-65 right now, splitting the difference between Athens and Decatur, just south of Huntsville, Browns Ferry Road. Another little cell over by Toyota Field, too, where there already was some rainfall earlier. Some showers into portions of Fayetteville, just moving into Pulaski now, and there's a few showers south of Albertville towards Aniana. So we're going to continue to track the radar. Maybe you get one of those showers or storms. It can cool your air down just a little bit, but temperatures were still the headline for today. Many of you already reaching the 90s by noon, staying there in the afternoon. But if you really look at these temperatures closely, it's not quite as hot as it was the last 2 days. It's still humid, it's still uncomfortable, but the feel like temperatures yesterday at this time were close to 110, 114. Right now, 102 in Huntsville, still hot, but not as hot. 100 in Decatur and 102 in Russellville. The hot spot Florence at 107. So temperature trend for the next couple of days. There's a frontal boundary coming by, and what it's going to do is going to drop the temperatures. It's not really in a hurry to get here. It's actually starting to slow down a little bit. So we bumped the temperature up a bit for Thursday, but then eventually into the weekend, we do start to descend back into the 80s, and it will feel cooler to you this weekend, especially if we mix in some clouds and rainfall, which is part of the forecast. So hour by hour, there's showers and a few storms trying to fire up this evening. Whatever does pop will come to an end by 8. Few forecast model runs throw in a few little quick hitters after about 1 a.m. for southeastern zones. I think a lot of that will probably fizzle out and not be a big deal. It's more tomorrow when we track more in the way of rainfall. Now, we have a high temperature of like 93 tomorrow, but if this forecast model plays out where you get this much rain activity in the afternoon, there is no way we will be that hot. Temperatures will get stuck in the 70s and even 80s. So all dependent on when those storms fire up. More storms for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's your drop in temperature with highs falling back into the 80s. Margo?
Really quickly, I want to get back to that dump truck accident at the Target in Jones Valley. An update from Hemsey. One person taken to Huntsville Hospital, which is what I told you. The condition, though, of that person still evaluating on that. One person still entrapped, and then one other patient on scene being evaluated. So it seems like we have 3 injuries here, but we're all going to get it sorted before the 4 o'clock newscast. That's why I want you to tune in when we hit airtime, because we have a reporter on the scene still gathering details. But we'll be back here online in just a few minutes with Before the 4 with AJ Weiss. And don't forget to join us at 4 o'clock for all the breaking news today. We'll have you covered. Have a good afternoon.